Hello, it's Belita here. Thank you again for joining. I'm so happy to be with you. And today I'm going to be looking at maximizing space, classroom based. And speaking about space, what do we mean by space? So we're looking at wide open space, a narrow space, a space with different angles, different shapes, because within this space, anyone is allowed to speak, anyone is allowed to write within this space that we have as writers. And we are demonstrating our flow of writing, of any kind of writing that we wish to demonstrate. So that flow in this space that we create for ourselves, it could be a space that we design at the time, or it could be a premeditated space. So someone you would have thought of, how am I going to express my feelings in the space that I create for my writing, the characters in my writing, they're going to lean on that space, within that space, speak for themselves, act for themselves. And talking about action, that is such a wide area and it triggers off a whole lot of uh, movements. Actions could be visual actions, actions that we imagine that happened or will happen. We could think of actions that have already happened and we wish to take them into the space that we have created, which we have and have placed our characters within the space. And within that space, we have a vision of how our writing is going to maximize itself. It could be a long form of writing, a shorter form of writing. It could be an expressive form of writing. It could be writing historically. But whichever writing it is, we are visualizing that in the space. And the space, we want it to be elaborate. It could be selfish in a sense because our characters within the space wish to remain um, selfishly because you have created them in the space and allowed them to be who they want to be. So, looking back at the characters and their space, we want to make sure that it is engaging, it is bringing out an understanding of how we can be tolerant of the space in which they are. They may want to move into different directions, but it is that space that you have given unto them, the space that they have made their own. You have allowed them to make their own. And within that space, you are thinking of how time is going to maximize itself within this space. And that is everyone's dream, every author's anticipation is the time when they are caught up, they're captured into this space. They're flowing in a space which they feel comfortable. They may not feel comforted. They may feel irritated because of a circumstance that they encounter, because the writer allows them to be in a situation that may be overwhelming. So, whichever aspect that we use, we know that the space is a dominant place for writers and for characters, and we want it to remain that way. We'll be developing up on that in our character in our writing, which is awesome. And the perplexity of writing, the vision that we get, the rhythm with that. So, talking about the space and the time, we're looking at the rhythm that we're creating in the space. It germinates different sounds, music, listening, which brings around the rhythm of our characters, the tone of our characters, the tone of our space, whether it be small or whether it be big. It is the space that we have created and which we will live by. Much more to say, and you can join us on our website where our courses are, of course, and the website address is www.exposurebook.launch.com. See you soon.